Okay, we are going to look at my brows at the same time. I just saw like what it looked like up close, but I have not seen what it looks like from afar. So let's see. Okay, not exactly what I wanted, but you know, better than nothing. I wanted to do like cloud brows, but because I'm so light, it just kind of looks like my skin poking through. This one's better. This one's better, but this one needed some help. Okay, so brows. So I'm gonna do just kind of what I did this morning, which was try to stay awake um, and crochet a lot. So let me go over a list I made a while ago, a couple weeks ago. Okay, so the unicorns, all of that is done. Okay, so I had a pack. Um, I had some packers. I think I'm gonna just like write them because I finished two today. Okay, so blankets. I am super far behind on working on my blanket borders. So I'm just gonna leave those there. I have a wood sign. Hey, Cammy, you've been active all day. How are you doing? I have a wood sign that I need to paint. I have my secret project that I need to write pattern and work on. Um, write patterns for ghost, pumpkin, blood, Frankenstein, all these things. You're doing good. That's good. It's been a weird day for me. Got a lot of family stuff going on, and it's not all good. Okay. Okay, so Coffin Mosaic book bag. I really do want to make that before Halloween, but we'll see. It's not imperative that it happens before Halloween, because it can happen anytime. The mosaic pattern is by Sixel. Six, like spelled like the number, and then EL. So it's like pixel with an S instead of a P. And she does amazing things, and this mosaic pattern is no exception. So, gotta do that. So, I have to do. So, let's see. So, have I had like a total of 5 packers. Um, so let me look at my packer list because that usually comes before anything else. I want to make sure that I did my packers and get my orders out in time. So, but I only have 4. Okay. Um, so there was the trans stripe 3-inch, and there was a rainbow stripe. Oh, that's like the gum, isn't it? I never thought about that. Rainbow stripe, 5 inches. Then uh, there is a trans stripe uh, 5 inches and a dark taupe, and it's 3 inches. Okay, so those are all the ones. Also, this is a repeat customer, and I like to do special things for my repeat customers. Okay, so now I have that done. So I finished 2, the first 2. I haven't sent them out. Should I cross them off? I'll cross them off, just because I know that I've sent them out. Okay, and those 2 are due on the 11th. So I should get them out in the next couple days. But the other 2 are due on the 18th. So I got some time with them, so I can really think about what I want to do for my repeat customer. The other repeat customer I sent that little trans kitty keychain, and it was super cute, I think. So maybe I'll do something like that with this. So let's see. So what do I have to do? So I have the hood, and that's one thing. So I have the Kinkster set. So that comes with um, wrist restraints, blindfold, and a bag. So I think the other 2 will be easier than the wrist restraints were. So they're all like at least in part done on the small Addy. And then for the ball gags, I got these. These are labeled as practice golf balls. Could have fooled me, but they work perfect for what I need them for. And then for the eyes, I think that'll be super simple. I'm not too worried about that. So I just need to make sure I get the right number of stitches, and then we can just kind of work from there. I think it'll be a pretty straight process. And I think the ball gag roll too, I'm just going to do 2 strips, and then I'm going to connect them. Maybe I'll pull the ends tight, so instead of having sharp corners, they'll have like really rounded corners, and then it'll be kind of more angled towards the mouth. I think that'll be good. So feeling good about that. I want to make a pumpkin garland. I want to make a lot of garlands this year. I think it's part of like I want to do decor, but I don't really want it to be in the way of things, if that makes sense. Like we buy pillows every year, and I buy a blanket. And I ended up buying 3 blankets, 3 pieces of fleece that I'm going to make into blankets. So pumpkin garland, and I have what I think is the perfect yarn for it. Like I wanted to be real tiny pumpkins, and I got this yarn. So this is $3 at the scrap exchange, and it is this nice. I mean, it's just like the perfect pumpkin orange, and it. I don't know the like it almost looks chain spun, if that makes sense. I don't know, like it, and it's definitely very thin. definitely very thin, and I got a bunch of it. So I think this would be cute for like tiny little pumpkins, and then maybe I can put some big pumpkins around it and just have like all kinds of pumpkins and maybe gourds. I don't know. I'll figure something out. And then I have a green that's that size too, so that we can have some kind of coily pumpkin vines. So I think I really want to make a garment out of this one. There are two of these, and then I also have a much smaller gold one. This is brown with gold sparkle, and it is really freaking gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it, but I don't know what to do with it. There is this one pattern that I'm like kind of thinking about, but I don't. But it's a vest, and I honestly wouldn't be caught dead in a vest. So um, if you have any patterns that you think would be good for that yarn, I think it's like a 3 weight. Um, but like, let me show you kind of what I was thinking. Um, my internet connection seems to be going in and out, so I do apologize for that. Uh, let's see. Gotta get down to the sorry. I just have I just have so many things that I fucking comment on because of this in everybody's business. Okay, so sorry, I'm getting to okay, reaction to my photo and gothicness. Correct. Okay, so let me just yeah, because it kind of blew up a little bit. Let me see if I can find the links to some of the stuff that so I kind of put that I want like a swamp witch vibe, and there are a bunch of really cool things. So first of all, someone recommended this cow, and I was like, that is gorgeous. So let's see if we can. Like, this is like kind of next level, and I don't know if I'm good enough for it. I don't know how to post like just the yeah, I don't know how to do that. Can I find something on Etsy? Please. Okay. I don't know how to do this shit. Okay, sorry. Um I cast on another dishcloth. Oh, good for you. Um Let me find the Facebook. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what to do with this yarn. Um, there was one suggestion on Ravelry that had like leaves on it, and I thought that that was really cool. So this is that. And then I got so many good suggestions, and I kind of have to like read through ones that I'm like, I probably wouldn't do. Um, but, okay, it's okay. Scarf bow type accessory looks like Spanish moss. Okay, so there is this one um shawl which I like would never really wear, right? Like I'm not like a shawl wearer, but this uh I think it's like um okay, so this is a vintage crochet shawl that I'm like, okay, maybe that will do. Let me try to get rid of all the extra stuff. Okay, so this one's like very like classic witch. Um, and I don't know how it'll fit me before, after my surgery. And I don't even know if I like it that much. I know that sounds weird, but like I just can't decide if I like it or if it's like a little like dumb. Um, where did my freaking thing go? Where are you, Cammy? Oh, there you are. Okay. So this is like a more classic vest, witchy type look. Um, this cardigan that's like really, really long. I got my destiny system out. Okay, I really wanted to do this one, but it's Tunisian crochet, and like I've never done Tunisian crochet before, and I've heard it's like not that hard um if you've done it before, but I because this looks like a pretty advanced pattern, I reached out to the pattern designer and I was like, "Hey, like I've knit, I've crocheted, like I want to start Tunisian crochet. Do you think I could do this pattern? Is it beginner friendly?" And they're like, "This is a pretty intermediate pattern." So I wouldn't put this as like your first project. And I appreciated the honesty, like we can't all be pros like right away. This one I'm obsessed with. The only thing that I don't like is it is okay, so like it's a little feminine, which like, whatever. Um But the only thing I don't like is the pineapples on like the pineapple motifs on the bottom half. So I think maybe I would do something different. What? I don't really know because this is a little out of my wheelhouse. But like, I just like, I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm sure some people think it looks so beautiful, and I don't want to like piss on their parade, but like when I see that like pineapple motif, that like pineapple lace motif, I'm like, I hate this. I hate it. It looks like so like old lady to me. I don't know what it is, and nothing, no shade to anyone who does it and likes it. None of that. Just like it's not for me. Um, but I really, 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 really love this one. Um, okay, so here's the shawl that I am talking about. And so it's from Australia, and I don't actually know generally. I should look at, I should actually read like the reviews and see what type of uh, call it, like crochet language they use. Um, but let me try to clear some space because I got so many tabs open. You would poop yourself. Okay, so this one I gotta do. I gotta do. It is Swamp Witch to a T. It is so gorgeous. It is a triangular shawl, like asymmetrical triangular shawl that looks like swamp moss, and it is so cool, so freaking cool. So I definitely have to try that one at the very least. Um, I'm making a hood right now, and so I'll show you what the hood looks like. Um, I don't know. Every time I say like hood, I'm like Leprechaun 3, Back to the Hood. And I'm like, can you stop? You're embarrassing yourself. Okay, so I want to have it like at least kind of like that. So it still needs to go up on my shoulders. But yeah, so this is kind of pretty much the vibe. Um, and I hope I have enough yarn to use just one cake. Like, I hope I can just finish this in one cake. I don't want to like spring open the second cake because that is annoying. But yeah, I'm using an eye hook, so it's nice and stretchy. It's got a lot of, it doesn't have a lot of structure to it, and I'm also doing things like, um, creating distress. Right here, you can see. Um, to give it some more kind of like spooky, just like decaying vibes. Yeah, so Swamp Witch is the vibe, and I want to do very witchy decorations throughout the house. Um, and Mel was like, "What do you mean by like that?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Um, I think one thing I want to try is try doing a tapestry. These have always been very intimidating for me because I just have like a fear of like getting the colors tangled or like putting color in the wrong space, and then I gotta go back a row and just like all this stuff. So if you've done a tapestry and you want to offer some sage words of wisdom, that would be very helpful for me. Uh, like a color work tapestry, that would be really cool because don't know what to do. I feel like I need a trash can by my thing. I also have this yarn, which needs some love for sure, because it is just gorgeous. And also, it might be limited edition, so I really want to do something special with this yarn. This is the Jack-o'-lantern Big Twist Value Halloween. And there were three colors. And the first, which was Vamp, which was a red and black, sold out immediately. And then the only two left in my store were this one, which is jack-o'-lantern, and the other one, which is witch's brew, which is green and blue. Sorry, green, purple, and white. I usually like that color combination, but I didn't particularly like the green that they used, so it wasn't like as appealing to me. But I keep on saying, if it's still there, I'll buy it, and it's still there. So I should just put my money where my mouth is. But my money is not like expensive. And okay, so let's clean up the desk a little bit. I've basically done nothing for 25 minutes. You're welcome. So I have my do um and I've got like several pairs of snippies, which is good because like it's you either have a lot of snippies or you have no snippies. So this pattern, so this is the pumpkin spice ear warmer or headband. You can make it in any size. I made a similar hat. I actually made the hat first, and I made it with this pattern, and then I just kind of scaled back to make an ear warmer. I think it's really cute. It does take some more intermediate stitches, but it's really good practice, and like just like it doesn't take much yarn. Just use some scrap yarn, have fun. So also like it's super cute on dogs. Like I put it on my dog and it looked super adorable. So if you want to learn how to make this from start to finish, I did a video tutorial. I know what is going on. I did a video tutorial where I taught you how to make this exact headband. I was kind of making it on the fly, so there is some like adjustments that I would make if I made it again. But yeah. So if you want to learn how to make this, it's got a chainless foundation stitch, and then it's got puff stitches, and then it has puff stitches, and then it's got shit. What is the name of the stitch? Okay, so it's the one where you like pull through, and then like you like pull through two, go back in. I think it's not a cluster stitch. Anyways, I know the name of the stitch in the tutorial, so if you want to check it out, I do instruct you a little bit on how to do the stitches. The one thing I will say, just in all honesty, I'm not great at teaching, period. But I'm not great at teaching how to do the chainless foundation stitch. So you might, after watching my video, you might need a little help. I'm just being honest, because that's something that always kind of trips me up. Okay, so I have a bunch of like extra string around, some of it for waist yarn, some of it for other things. But yeah, and then I have got my yarn baller, more extra string. So I need like oh, you know what? I got the perfect thing. Be right back. Oh my gosh, look at this. How cool is that? So, most of you know, smells weird. So most of you know that I actually have one of these before I got the gold version. I actually have the like rainbow spill. It's right over here. Why don't I just get it? Okay. So I have this one, which I got last year, and oh gosh, there's so much hair in there. Cool. So it has some of my it has like some different things. Like when I had my my tiny centro, like it came with this real tiny little hook, which it's very small, very flimsy. But I wanted to make socks that were super, super, super soft. So this is Premier Just Yarn in the plush, and it's so soft. Like it's ridiculous. And then I wanted like a exposed ankle that was like a little bit more like normal sock, but I don't know like what measurements I was thinking I was using because these are weird. These are weird, but I don't have another one because I don't think I could make another one because the machine was so shitty. So, oh, a little charm fell off. My little trans sneak. Okay, so the rest of it is like total scrap. Um, so I'm trying. I was gonna use this for scrap, but then this is being used for scrap. Maybe I'll just put it. I don't know, in different places. I just feel like I need this one in my life more than I need this one in my life this year. But they're both great. Like they're both great. They're both great yarn holders. And maybe I'll put my pumpkin yarn in there, and this will still be my scrap. Okay, let's do that. Okay. I also like using this for pictures for my stress relief balls. I honestly don't know where like a single one of those is. And they want me to sell them at the scrap exchange. And I'm like, I've got to make, ooh, I gotta put that on my list then. Okay, so I'm gonna snip off this extra, this tag. But isn't the gold like so cool? When I was checking out a Dollar Tree, the person who was checking me out was like, "Whoa, that's super cool," and I was like, "I know, right?" Like I got the oil spill one last year, but I didn't manage to get my grubby grub, whatever. Okay, so we are putting this in here. Oh yes! Oh, this is so cool. Oh, that's perfect. I'd probably sink down a little bit more if I took the tag off, but trying to keep it like contained as long as possible. Okay, so let's see. So I want to make the swamp uh, shawl. Um, I want to make socks because now I can do that with a machine that actually works. Oh, hey, Lydia. Uh, I was weak and I slept. Okay, let's see. What else did I say I wanted to make? I feel like I said a bunch of things and I don't remember like one of them. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I want to make another voodoo doll, and I want to do a pattern for it this time so that I can sell it. I haven't slept yet. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll try to turn the screen a little bit. So, that orange thing right there is a headless voodoo doll. And I just call it a voodoo doll because, like, I stick my hooks in it, my furls hooks, because they're really hard to store because they just kind of roll around on you. But if you stick them into the voodoo doll, you push them past the like apex um I feel like I'm like smoking a cigar. Um, when you push them past that, then they'll hold really, really well into the voodoo doll. So I think I want to do a rainbow one this season, and I want to do it with a pumpkin head. So that's my plan. Oh yeah, did I say that I have a pattern for this and you can watch it on this channel? If I didn't, I do. So, um, let's see. I also was looking at a couple different things. So, like, I mean, I said it on the last live, but um, I don't know how I would do it if I'm being honest. So I was thinking how cool it would be to do crochet wedding bouquets. Like I thought that maybe there's like some like want for that somewhere. But like there's a lot of flowers, so like making sure that you know how to make a bunch of different flowers. And then also I'm not like really great at arranging flowers, like I think that's a special skill that some people have that I don't particularly have. So I don't want to. You told me about that. Okay, cool. So I'm going to. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I need to use this yarn, but I don't know what on. And the thing is, it is in supremely limited quantities. I have 3 of these, and it's 269 yards. So that is not much. So let's see, 500, 750. So like, I mean, it's not enough to like make like a cardigan or anything like that. It's pretty soft. It's definitely gotten softer as I've used it. Just threw trash on the ground. Like, who cares? Um, but yeah, I really want to use this yarn. It's really pretty. It's got shades of orange and it's got shades of gray and black, and I just really am excited about it. This is the one for me. For some people, the vamp one was the one for them. Wedding flowers, she crocheted them last minute. They canceled the wedding, never happened. Oh god, well that's not good luck. Um, but yeah, so I really want to make something out of this, but I just don't know what. Oh, and I really want to make uh, a velvet spiderweb cowl. Okay, so maybe it's more like a shawl. I don't know. So if you all remember, I made a black spiderweb kind of shawl situation, or like I don't know what it was called. It kind of went around my neck, and then I went over my head around my neck, and then it just kind of draped. And so I have some. Oh, really? That would be cool. Yeah, I think the problem for me is that I'm just not good at like organizing flowers. makes them look good. But anyways, so when I was doing the pattern for the doing the pattern for the spider web, it was basically asking you to use a 5 weight. But what the person who did the pattern is they put two pieces of velvet together, and they were both 4 weights, and so two 4 weights make a 5. And and yeah, so I uh I want to use some velvet that's kind of like swamp witchy and creepy and gross looking. So okay, I have so much I want to make. Okay, and then like maybe like do like, oh, I hope it didn't fuck with my eyebrows. Maybe do like some like potion bottles, like crochet potion bottles, um for a garland, something like that. Potion. I always just have like a lot of ideas and I have trouble getting started. I heard that's a thing with ADHD, but it's also a thing with mania. So great. Um, potion bottle. Um, okay. So potion bottle, garland. Like I said, garland is probably gonna be very present in my home. I want to do a tapestry. I think I have like a free tapestry from Hobie or something. That Lydia, if you scroll up, there are a lot of links of things that I'm looking at to make. So if you have any suggestions, kind of based on those, that would be cool. But do what you do. Okay, so I think I'm gonna work on my hood after all of that. I think I gotta kind of do like um, first in, first out, that kind of thing, where I kind of am a little bit more. I gotta get some stuff out the door. So let's see. Do I have the hook in here? Okay. Yeah, I always have so many projects. It's crazy. Crazy person. Okay, so I am going to see. I'm going to do a regular uh, decrease on the next end that I reach, and then I'm gonna start flattening out the curve so that it kind of like fits my shoulders. Because right now it's at like this point, and I want it to start kind of like leveling out. I don't know if I will attach this hood to anything or if it'll be kind of like a freestanding hood, but yeah, oh my gosh, it's coming out of the skull, so cool. I need to like move my camera back so that you can maybe see the skull. Let's see. And that's not really being able to see it, is it? Okay, at least you can see the top of it. Um, Yeah. So I did get my first Tunisian crochet hook the other day, and it's just one size, and like, I can figure out what I want to do with it. So I don't have to do anything with that before Halloween. I just, I'm really excited about it. I would like to do something with it before Halloween, but I just have so many projects that I need to meds for my head cold. Oh, I'm sorry, but I hope, is it getting a little bit better? Um, so, yeah, it's, so many projects. Yeah, I really got to figure out something to do because, like, so with that yarn that is, so like, there's no guarantee it's coming back or what. Like, nobody knows what Joanne is doing or Big Twist is doing. So it's like, we got to like get the yarn while they have it. And then it's like, okay, well, like, do we save it? Is it coming back? Like, are they doing a different dye lot? You know, it almost seems like they were just like testing out, like, if people would want it. And then, like, when there was like an overwhelming desire for it, they were just like, oh, we don't have actually the equipment for this. So sorry. Because they just sent 3 of each to each store, and that was it. Like, bullshit. Okay, I actually went too far because I wasn't paying attention. So, gonna do a single crochet and then a slip stitch, and then I'm gonna turn my work. Isn't this color just perfect for what I need? Yeah. Last year I got this and I didn't like this yarn. I don't really know why. Um, I guess maybe I hadn't worked with much wool, and so maybe I just didn't like the feel of the wool. I don't know, but fuck if I know. Okay, so actually, I'm gonna do a slip stitch in this as well. Okay, so now we're gonna start to flatten out the. Oh, there's a spider on the wall. Hi, little spider. Do you want to come be part of my collection? Is that Red Heart Walmart Red Heart yarn in the fall colors? No, I actually don't know of any Walmart in the fall colors. So if you can send me a link of that color, that would be cool. Now this is Spun Colors by Premiere. Sorry, it's upside down. And it's a mix of acrylic and uh, super wash merino. Okay, no scratchy. Hey, no scratchies. And I want to make sure that I really like give a fair shot um, to my new yarn. Because I need to use some of this yarn. Like, I've got so much yarn that I need to actually use. Um, so yeah, if you can send me the link for the fall colors one, that would be cool. Because I haven't seen any fall colors at Walmart yet. But I don't check like every day. So for me, I like shopping at Walmart for like the staples, um, like things that you know I know are gonna be around. Like they have the best price on Red Heart Super Saver. I'm not a mod, so I can't drop it. Oh, okay. Well, you can if you want to. You don't have to, but you can send it in the Facebook page so everyone can see it. Um, Okay, so I think I'm gonna do one last row in my distressing right here, and then I'm gonna come back and um, try to work the proper number of stitches. Dude, you're so itchy. Honestly, I know how to make people mods, but I such a okay. It's such a process. And ugh, I gotta find people's names. Oh, this is annoying. I don't have Mel's my own mod, so nobody take it personally. I just don't have mods. Okay, so we're gonna keep going, keep going, keep going. So I'm gonna make this next distress bit a little bigger. So I'm gonna put my okay, I don't need it that big. Okay. So try not to make sure it's too loose, but also not too tight. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. I think it looks pretty cool. Set them up there easy, but if I didn't have them, I would trolls. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't mind trolls, so um I don't know. I get a chance to be mean to them, and I kind of like it. So yeah, I keep forgetting to assign people the roles. Okay, so we are coming up to the edge of. Hey, Andrew, Renee, today, then you ran with your kiddo to get a occupational therapy. Okay, well, I hope that's working, and you know, you all are taking care of each other. Um, welcome in. I am working on a Halloween like witchy hood. So this is the front of it. Most people start at the back and do like a double strand to give it some structure, but I wanted mine to be like really loose and really kind of like into the woods esque, but also like a swamp witch. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm using Premier Spun Colors, which I bought last year. Didn't like it. I'm so bad at quit playing. You know you eat trolls for breakfast. Me, this little thing, with clouds for brows. But it's like funny because like I love trolls on my YouTube channel because I'm used to it enough where I can just shoot them down. I like especially they come out in droves for Pride, and it's like you can't tell me that I'm doing anything wrong with my life. I mean, you could tell me that you know something else is wrong with my life, but you can't tell me that living my life happily is wrong. So um is it still hot as heck? Yep. It is very hot. I want to order some Premier, never do. Just gets so much already. Yeah, I understand. I am in North Carolina, so I am in the south, the southeast. It's hot, but I don't go outside other than to let my dog out, and then we come back in. So, um, so I'm like, you know, still making fall wear, even though, you know, should I? I don't know. So, um, so yeah, I'm in North Carolina, and so I'm like slowly making. Here, let me try to show this. My van says 109, and it's that that's gross. Is it really humid where you are? Because it's super humid here. Honestly, like that's part of the reason I like shaved my head is because like I have curly hair. I have like naturally curly hair, and like I could like do my hair and like things would be fine, and then like I'd go outside and like I wouldn't use a lot of product on most days because it's not worth it if you're not going out and seeing people. But I think, you know, even if you're going to be on YouTube, it's like, who cares? Um, oh, very dry heat. Oh, sticky heat is death. Yes, it's, I mean, neither of them are fun. So let's just be honest. Um, yeah, I'm starting to decrease the angle of the end right here, and this is where it'll start to come up on my collarbone and my uh, this area. So I'm going to turn around. I'm not going to do my turning chain, which I haven't been doing the whole time. Yeah, I've been doing like knit things on my small Addy. My big Centro is just not working, and I mean it works for like a second, and then it starts. What's the word for it? It's the opposite of dropping stitches. It's like when it doesn't release the previous stitch. You know what I mean? And so it just like it's impossible to use, and it can't make anything anymore. So I'm trying to decide if I like having one enough to get an Addy, or if I should get a Centro, because like the Centro wasn't bad, the big Centro wasn't bad until I started using the drill attachment, and I used a drill instead of like an electronic screwdriver. So yeah. Um, I think I might have like just I don't know because I've cleaned it like multiple times just to be like, okay, like is this it? Like I cleaned it one time without any lubricant because I know some people are like, no lubricant in your central in your knitting machine, um, even though when you buy it, it has lubricant in it. So I don't know why people are so staunchly against it, because like when you first clean it, it's got lubricant in it. It makes sense, right? But like a lot of lubricants will, how many times can I say lubricant in like a minute? um but a lot of lubricants are not made for plastic on plastic, and they will eat through your machine over time. So I'm not about that life. My toddler broke the tension thing today, but I made it work. I just got the Centro for the same reason. Didn't want to invest if I wasn't going to use it much. Exactly. So I like, honestly, I need to think about if I'm going to keep it or not, because if I don't keep it, I'll send you all the tensioners I have. I bought a bag of like 12 for like $11 or something like that, on Amazon. This was like years ago, and like, so if I like break it, I can just like stick another one in there. But yeah, it's amazing. But if you can't, if I decide to keep my Centro or get another Centro, I'll try to send you the link. Just make sure you pay attention in the Facebook group. I just glued it. Oh yeah. See, mine was like in a my break was in a place where I couldn't glue it. I tried. I tried. You better believe. But I didn't use it for a long time because I was like, oh, like it's not, you know. Um, okay, so I did say I wanted to try to close this up, didn't I? Okay, so let me try to figure out how she did this. Okay, um so there's one, uh, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, nope, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't know what I'm counting. Honestly, I don't know what I'm counting, so I'm just gonna put a bunch of stitches in between here and there. I looked up a method on how to distress um, crochet work, and then she was like counting the stitches that would have been made had you not done this. But honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. I want to make all the cute fall cold weather, but get a strap. Yeah, I I totally understand. I feel like for me, like, uh, uh, this is like a national holiday that I'm like, I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. Um, and so I always try to do as much as I can during it. Also, my birthday's around it, so I think that's part of the reason. I think I'm biased and why I like it, but so um, yeah, I try to do a lot of work for it, even if I can't wear it outside, which might seem like a waste. But the thing is, I'm in a climate zone where like the weather changes so dramatically. Like it will be like it will go from being like in the hundreds or like high 90s. You live in Halloween Town. Exactly. That would be a dream. Um, so yeah, well, what was I gonna say? Yeah, yeah, it's like, how do you, so there, okay, so I posted up Thanksgiving growing up in California, a beautiful cold Halloweens. Yeah, yeah, that's hard. Yeah, I posted this. I don't know if you can see it. Um, I posted some links earlier, and one of them was like a crochet vest, but it was like a spider web. It looked very witchy. And let's see. I think uh let me, nope, that's not it. Okay. Okay, so it's a vintage pattern, and I mean, it kind of looks it, but I think that it would be really cool. I think if you made it in like a cotton, you could actually probably wear this for Halloween. Okay, so I just put a bunch of half doubles. Maybe I put too many. Yeah, I probably put too many. Um, let's see. How many should I put? I honestly, I can't like. You know how sometimes people like say something in a tutorial, and you're like, what? This was one of those moments where I just was like, I can't understand what you're saying. Okay, so I think that's better. That spread out the half double crochets a little bit more, and you still get to see that beautiful, I think it's beautiful, distressed part. Um, but it has a nice little um, break. So hopefully we can get back on the right stitch count and not have it look too wonky. But if it does, it does. You know, we'll just redo it. Or I'll wear it and it'll look wonky. Who cares? So, so just for those of you who do not know, I am doing a fundraiser right now, and it's got like a bunch of components. Saved, it's cute. I will look at something that swap up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can really go like however you want with it. Um, so I am doing a fundraiser. So if you look at my description box below, you can see that it has fundraiser details, and you can just click on it, and that'll just take you to the Facebook page where if you donate, it goes directly to the cause. I don't touch it. I don't do anything with it, which is honestly a relief because it was a nightmare when I tried to do the auction. That was so hard. I'm glad I did it, but like, man, it was hard. Um, and so uh, I am, first of all, trying to get to $300. This is for To Write Love on Her Arms, which is a wonderful foundation that works with people who are struggling with self harm, um, thoughts of killing themselves or addiction, people who are really struggling mentally. As you all know, mental health struggles are near and dear to my heart as I have them constantly. And so remember when this foundation, I believe it was new, or when it was new to me. And I remember when I first heard about it and I was a teenager, and this was a foundation that actually did a lot for teenagers, which I thought was really great. Never called in myself, but that's beside the point. Um, but they are more accessible now than they ever have been. They do great work. So if you can donate, you can donate. I'm going to be doing a marathon on YouTube where I'm going to be doing this at the end of the month on the 30th. I'm going to put it on the on like the you know upcoming things uh shit thing. You know what I'm talking about? Where just telling you that it's coming up. But so it is the charity. So I reached out to a couple of big names in crochet, and I I heard back from one so far, and people willing to give away gift cards or say or made products or whatever. Just come and just hang out with people. Whatever whatever they can do and are willing to do. But the goal is to get us up to $300. Now, here comes the extra, extra, extra exciting part. You know, if you've been following me for a little while, that I have been dying to do a giveaway, but I didn't want to just do a giveaway because it was like Tuesday. I wanted to do a giveaway because, hey, we did something together. And so if we reach $300, which I'm really hoping we can, if we reach $300, then I will be doing a giveaway. Now, you don't need to donate to be part of the giveaway. Don't worry about that. So if you are in a position where you cannot donate or you don't want to donate, I understand. I'm not forcing you. I'm not twisting your wrist. Um, but if you can or want to donate, that is a foundation that I feel really good about, and I think they do really good things. So just wanted to remind everyone. I do like every couple days. I remind people of the fundraiser. But I know that a lot of us are not working with, mountains of money. So I understand, and I'm not going to beat anyone over the head with donating. So that's what it is. But if we do, I'm really excited because I hope we said not a long time ago, I had to call suicide home. Pretty open, don't talk about it, but it's an important topic. Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah. Honestly, I have called the suicide hotline. I've texted the suicide hotline. I've been in the hospital for suicidal thoughts. I've, I appreciate you being open and honest. It's not something you owe us, but when you give it to us, we appreciate it and we thank you for it, and we're really glad you're here. Um, for me, like mental health is going to be a constant struggle for the rest of my life, and and that's not even being pessimistic. It's just, I've got to be realistic about kind of what my life is going to be like with multiple mental illnesses. And, I think the most important thing is to not be happy all the time, is to not be great all the time or mentally well. It's knowing when to ask for help. And I think that means you're so strong. You're so strong to be able to ask for help. And I think last year I did the Trevor Project, which is a hotline for LGBTQ plus people who maybe don't feel safe. So there is some of these like undertones of mental health, but mental health is always going to be at the forefront of kind of what I try to talk about. And I'm sorry you went through that. Um, you know, yeah. I applaud you, praise you, honor you for being honest about your needs. That's a big deal, you know, and it's really important. And, I remember having that same conversation with my wife, and you know, uh, when I started going back to uh, when I started going back to therapy and I started seeing psychiatrists again, I you know, I think I was like 25 when my doctor told me I had childhood trauma. Like I was so like, this is normal. This is everyone deals with this, right? Like my chat routes. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of stigma around it, but I like to think that I have curated a group of people who are willing to talk about it, listen to other people's stories about it, and be understanding. But you can tell when you feel comfortable and when you don't feel comfortable. Don't tell. Like it's something that I want to create that environment where people feel safe and comfortable to discuss what they're going through. Um, just because you're a parent, just because just because you are a spouse, just because you have kids, just because you have animals, just because whatever. Hey, you done? Okay. Doesn't mean you're like all of a sudden mentally well. So, I'm really proud of you for taking care of yourself and taking that step. Okay. Do I want a joint?
I'm holding the cup.
Vodka tonic. My wife was just like, sorry to interrupt. I know this is a very serious topic. We honor all like mental health conversations here. But my wife just came out and she was like, "Do you want or do you want?" I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" If you looked in a mirror and saw how you looked, it looks like you were trying to smoke a joint.
There's wine. Can you use this more wine?
She was like, "Does this look like wine?" It looks like you're trying to hit a buzz ball.
Like really?
A vodka tonic would be lovely. I love a sparkle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He loves giving his paws. She's offering a nightcap. Yes, exactly. Except it's 7:48 p.m.
Early midnight, not mid-evening cap.
Did you see how wonderful this looks in here?
Yeah, it looks like
Those look like brains. Oh, I love the gold. Oh, yes, it is.
I have many favorite colors.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Like Joseph and the many color you like?
Colors are
Blue,
black.
Oh yeah, obviously. That's not that many. I like green. I do like gold. I love black, obviously. Green and black. I love many shades of green. Do those all count as individual favorite colors or just like green? Okay, because I like lime green, I like Kelly green, and I like forest green. Greens across the board. My back is sweaty wearing this sweater. Um, Angel Renee was talking about how it was. What did you say? It was like 109 in your van. Okay, yeah, 109, and earlier it said 117, but your van was facing the sun. I think you said Arizona. Maybe you didn't, and I just yeah, here in Phoenix. Okay. But yeah, so different types of heat, but super handsome and on par with the season. Thank you. I'm actually I speaking of mental health, fun things. I had I've been having like a mixed episode. Sorry, that's not expected. I've been having like a mixed episode, which is basically where you, it's not mixed, it's rapid cycling. So rapid cycling just is exactly what it sounds like. You go from highs to lows very quickly. You are super irritable, and you just like hate everything, but you're like high and you're low and you're this and you're that and you're this. And so like there are a couple things that I've done very impulsively. One was cut my hair. I mean, it was long, and I think I had just gotten it cut like a couple weeks before, but like I just was like, I'm buzzing my hair. Um, and then another thing that I've done pretty impulsively 2 days ago is shave my eyebrows completely off. Um, so I have been experimenting with like what I want to do with them. Yesterday, I took this felt tip eyeliner and I just kind of like drew them in. They look pretty good, I think. Um, do you not agree? I mean, it wasn't like the total look, but it wasn't the worst.
It wasn't the worst.
I was expecting the worst when I decided to take eyebrow to my face.
It looks a little permanent marker.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's basically permanent markery. So today I tried to do this like the cloud like trend that people are doing. It looks better on one brow, this brow, than the other brow, but I don't think that doing the red color is my friend because it just brings out more redness in my face. But whatever. Just wash it off. Okay, so I'm going to. What the hell happened? Okay, so no. So no. Yeah, Mel got me this sweater. Um, so I think she got it on Nordstrom Rack .com. You said yes? Okay. Um, yeah, so she bought me a bunch of like sweaters. Some have hoods. This one has like like a fleece lined hood, which is really nice when it's cold, but when it's hot, it's the worst. And uh, there were a bunch of really cute, really fashionable. I hear a lot. That's an impulse to me too. Uh, I want a fake knit ghost sweater. Oh yeah, that sounds awesome. Okay, so like, are you so when you say fake knit, do you mean like with a machine, or do you mean like a V stitch? Not a V stitch. Is it called a V stitch? No, V stitch is something different. Um, what is it called? Like a. I feel like it starts with a W. But anyway, like the fake knit stitch that is fast fashion. Oh yeah. Yeah, fast fashion. Like the thing is, here's my point of view on fast fashion. It's fucking cute. Like, sorry. I know I'm not supposed to like it, but I do. Like Timu and all those different things. Also a lot of but then I'd feel bad about it. Yeah. Um, like a lot of like their Halloween stuff is so cheap. I'm like, why would I make this when I can buy it for real cheap? But I know it. I know the conditions it's made in and all that stuff.
The ratio is off, but I don't know where I went wrong.
I'll be the judge of that. I think you have too much tonic.
Well,
So I think
we
you.
ran out of vodka.
Yeah. Wait, what? We need to go upstairs. I think it needs another squirtle of lime.
There's a lot of wine.
I think it needs another squirtle of lime.
I think there's just not enough vodka in there.
The lady,
Is
Liberace.
it drinkable?
Oh yeah.
Alright, cool.
Put worse things in my mouth. Don't look surprised. Look at this. Oh, look at this. I tried to do like a distressed, like. See, can you see the holes?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Right? You don't seem as impressed as you should be.
Is it hard to make holes?
Um.
Or will people just be like, is that intentional?
So it depends on the process that you are doing. With crochet, it is a little. You have to be like intentional about it. I love that yarn.
It's this time of year.
I know. Whoa, can't believe I caught that.
I mean,
This
I'm glad
is,
you did because it would have hit your face otherwise.
yeah, so this is Twisted Tones. I made a headband about it. With it, I used the knit stitch, and I made a headband. Don't leave me with this. Now I gotta put it somewhere. You see how full this desk is? I can't really throw with my left hand. My wrist is real limp on that side. I'm just like, it's not cold here. It lasts a long time. Yeah, I mean, then it's not fast fashion, right? If you can make it last. So yeah, I don't really order a lot of fast fashion. Probably should. I'd save a lot of money, but yeah, I guess I just never really think about it. You know what knitting machine I do want, but intimidates the ever loving fuck out of me, and also I can't afford it. But those big table ones where you like, that is so cool to me. But I know for a fact that I would royally fuck that up, and then there would be nothing I could do. And it's important to be honest with yourself. But it does make a knitting machine look like it could actually do something. Hey Mobs, hey Ashley, how you doing? I am making a witch's hood, and that witch is me, and my eyebrows are clouds. That made me sound like I was on like acid or something. But no, I'm not. I just took a couple sips of yeah, it's I mean, they're so cool. Like when people know how to use them and they can do like color changes and stuff like that. I'm still figuring out how people can do color changes on like an Addy or like a Centro. Like how do you do that? Not like big color changes, like, but like when they can have like multiple in a row can have like multiple colors. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't trust it. Seems like witchcraft. Wait. Oh, I meant to talk about it at the beginning of this. So apologies for that. Um, I Furls is having a sale right now on certain hooks, and like certain yarn bowls and stuff like that. Um, it's a really good sale. It's like there are certain items they're discontinuing, and there are certain items that I think they said they're moving. I don't know if that like physically means that they're moving or not. I don't know. But Furls is having a sale on their Taurus, on their Aries, on their Gemini, on their one of the other astrological ones, and then on like two of the wooded hooks. Um, yeah, and so like the acrylic ones that are on sale are like $14, which is like $10 cheaper than they normally are. So if you are looking for some hooks, uh, I mean that is definitely a great way to get them. If you have not tried furls before and you've been wanting to try it, great opportunity to try it for a lot less money. And you get some cool colors. I think they might also have their second still. Um, I know that some of them they only have their large sizes left. Like for me, this is the biggest. Wait, is this the biggest pearl set I have? Or do I have the other one? Okay, so I have a 10 millimeter, which is a P, and then I have a Q, which is a 15 millimeter. Like, look at that chonky. Um, have I had the? I haven't had the opportunity to use this. I did use that on this black one. This is the caster. Um, I don't know if I can get my light right. There we go. So you can see all that yellow gold is actual gold glitter, and it's just a solid black base. So it is a beautiful hook. And here's the 10 millimeter, and it looks kind of like tiger's eye. It's really gorgeous. This is like one of the most beautiful hooks I've ever seen. This is the Borealis hook. This is a cube. This is 15 millimeter. Um, and it looks very spooky, very cool. But like, how can I give a shit about this when this exists? I think there's a size in between that might be a 12 millimeter called the PP. It's PP. Um, yeah, so I figure I probably don't need a size in between those. Like I'll probably be fine with whatever I've got going on. So I don't need anything bigger than that. Um, so I'm just going down the line and I'm doing half double crochets. So I really want to something that I really got to get my grubby paws on is okay. So there is one type of distressing where I think it was called the drop stitch. I use clovers; they are my faves. Yeah. Okay. So clovers and furls are both my favorites, and I know like it might seem stupid to have two favorites, but some yarn and like hook combinations, like it's just better to have like clovers for, and then the same could be said about furls. I don't have like every furls in every size and all of that. To me, that doesn't seem practical. Um, but like I use clovers. I love clovers, but I can't use clovers for a long time. Like, clovers, I can whip things up a lot faster. That's just so fire. My husband needs those kinds. He likes inline hooks. Yeah, so the good thing about clovers, so clovers actually not clovers, furls. Furls are actually technically hybrid. They're not inline because I don't really like inline. I actually really hate inline. It's like it depends on the size and the like when they made the hook. Like this is one of my older hooks. This is the first hook I ever got. My first furls from Granny D, who is so sweet in person. She's just a delight. She will talk your ear off, but she's such a sweetie, and I love her. Um, and okay, it was great hanging out with you, and make sure you're taking care of yourself. And um, love you very much. Drive safe. So, yeah, so like it's not as inline as like a Susan Bates. It's probably closer to a Susan Bates. It actually is closer to a Susan Bates than a boy, but but I I find that they're still like hybrid enough that I can use and enjoy them because whenever I try to like pull out, I did a video a long time ago about Susan Bates versus boys, um, and I bought like actual like hooks from them and did like a size comparison and swatch comparison and which one I like using. And I liked using boys better because they were similar to hooks that I'd started out with, which was like a cheap set off of Amazon. But I found Susan Bates really hard to get the yarn on and off of, which I found really frustrating. Like once it was in the slot, like it was staying in there, which was cool, but like I found it really hard to release, catch and release the yarn, and because it would split all the time and stuff like that. and things split a lot less with furls and stuff like that. I mean, I know I don't have to justify anything to you all. Like, you get it. Like, you've used them. You're fine. But what am I doing here? Oh, I'm going this way. Am I going this way? Yeah. Okay. But like, there's a lot of yarn that does not split at all on here, so it's not fully inline as far as I understand inline to be. I think the ultimate inline is, Susan Bates, and I don't like those. I hate using those. I've never once found a use for them. So yeah, but you like what you like. I think their yarn bowls to me are a little bit small. And this is, coming from someone who's using a gold skull to use to hold their yarn. But to me, I find that their yarn bowls are a little bit small because I like my yarn big. Like, I buy like Super Savers and, Big Twist values and, Caron 1 pounds and stuff like that. So I really don't, I really need something like big to hold my yarn, or I'm not going to spend a lot of money on it. I'm not going to spend a lot of money on a lot of things, but that was me basically just saying that I even like the big bowl that they have is too small for me. I need it to be big. Okay, so who is messaging me? It's probably, yep, called it. Okay. So I might have put a couple more, but it'll look fine. Yeah, I don't really know what. Like I said, there are moments when you follow tutorials and you're like, "What are you talking about?" And I felt like this was like definitely a "What are you talking about" moment. They were talking about how many stitches to start replacing after you're distressing, and I just to like keep it from warping, and I couldn't understand their logic, so I just didn't pay attention to it. There we go. Okay. So I'm watching Halloween movies with my wife, and so I'm gonna say something, and I know it might be shocking if you're newer to my channel, or maybe you forgot, or something, or you don't care. So I love Halloween. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. All year long, I'm talking about what I'm gonna do for Halloween. So, I started watching some Halloween movies with my wife this year. And we always watch Halloween movies, the classics of like Hocus Pocus and The Craft and things like that. So, one thing about me that a lot of people don't know, or I think just don't expect, is that I am really scared of scary movies. I think people expect that because I'm like kind of the king of Halloween, um, that like I am, not scared of any of the selections of Halloween, and I am scared of most of them. Um, so, um, yeah, so I am trying to um, push my limits a little bit more into what I'm to watch, as far as like horror goes. Now I've never really had a problem with like slasher flicks. I have like a weird like selection process of like what I'm okay with, what I'm not okay with. Um, and um, so I'm fine with slasher. Suspense is really hit or miss for me. If it's like psychological suspense, I can't really do it because I got so much psychological suspense going on up here. Um, I don't need any help. Um, but what? Um, but yeah. Then like gore again doesn't bother me. I guess that falls into kind of the slasher category. We can do a lot of things with like animals and things like that. Like those don't tend to, like if I was going on like a hike tomorrow, like maybe they would freak me out more, but I don't really leave the house, so an animal isn't gonna really scare me. Although I probably couldn't do like snakes on a plane because I just imagine there's a snake in the toilet. I just don't roll with that. I'm not cool with that. Um, anyways, yeah, so I am trying to watch more, um, like trying to kind of get into like the thrillers and stuff like that. Things that are a little bit more that I've traditionally stayed away from. Like for me, something I traditionally stayed away from was it. Um, and I thought that I couldn't do it, but now as an adult, I think I probably can. Plus, like with the reinvention of the movie, it I feel like is this a non or is this just like fuzz from so no, with the new it coming out, having come out and chapter two, come out and stuff. I think that like a lot of it's been spoiled for me, so it kind of makes me go like, okay, like, if like because it's been spoiled, it's less creepy. Um, I So I just want to like watch more horror movies, but making sure that I'm paying attention to what I'm feeling, and if something's too much, I just roll out and I'm gone. Um, just like Mist, like the Mist. Like no, I can't watch that. But like I'm thinking I can watch like Cabin in the Woods. Um, Can I? I don't know. I watched A Quiet Place, the first one, and that was fine. The second one will probably be the same like level of, um, scary, suspenseful, but ultimately like doable. Um, so, yeah. hoping that we can maybe check some of those out. When I get to the end of this, I'm gonna try it on and see how it fits. It'll probably still be mostly at the front of my head, because this is a process that seems to take forever. But hopefully we'll get there. I watched a couple videos on how people typically do hoods, and you know, I I think that doing like a hood, how people typically do it, is really cool and can be done fairly quickly. Um, but pattern making always takes time, and also it's just kind of a process to figure out how you want this, how you want that, blah 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 blah. Um, I think I found a pattern that was really close to what I wanted. Um, and I could have made like work for what I wanted. And it was only like a couple of bucks, but then I was like, but I'm already starting to make like I was I was already like, 5 rows into like to the pattern, and I was like, no, maybe it's not. So, I'm drinking a vodka diet tonic. That's sweet. Not the tea. Okay, so we're getting to the end of it. Getting to the end of it. Okay, so I'm gonna pull loop up, and then so this was meant to be kind of like the midpoint of. Oh, so yeah, I mean, it could be bigger. Honestly, if I'm being if I'm being honest, I guess my hair is sticking up, so that helps it kind of relax a little bit. Ooh, I am feeling this. Okay, so we got a couple inches left on the back of my head. Let me see if I can turn, give you the full view. Um, so I think that this is turning out pretty cool. And I like that you can see my head. I feel like I wish I would have done some distressing up here, but Jesus took the wheel, and that's okay. It fits really well right here. As you can see, it fits almost perfectly. Like that's amazing. That's amazing. But I'm not gonna take off anymore because we're right at the shoulders. So it's perfect. Everything worked out perfect. I can't believe that this actually happened, but I'm super happy it has happened. So now I'm just gonna like zip 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 zip, just like that. And then I gotta figure out how I wanna. So like it's gonna be small. It's gonna open up like this, and then it's gonna open up further into the full hood, and that's kind of where the bottoms will connect. So I gotta get it to the right place on my head. and it's probably gonna be a little further back than actually the back of my head. Get it to a place where I like it the back of my head, and then join the bottoms, and then I just kind of make like a little um little zip zip zoo, if you know what I'm saying. Uh, so oh, I just pulled this. Okay. So yes. Now, before I was not doing any chaining when I turned because I thought that I just like the look of it. I just like the look of it when I did that. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to chain. If I go straight. If I go straight. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so let's see. Because I think that let me try not doing it and let me see if I like it. So I'm going to turn my work and then I'm going to go into the same stitch. I'm going to do half double. And I'm just going to keep half doubling. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think that looks fine. I do think that perhaps it closes up the end and removes a stitch. Because I have 3 here, but once I close it up, I'm only gonna have 2. So yeah, okay. So I'm gonna switch over to chaining, so that I can make sure I um, where am I? Who are you? Okay. Okay, so chaining, and then back in. Yeah, okay, that's better. I did this one pattern last year. I did a pattern. It's actually by Furls. So even if you don't use Furls, you can do the pattern. It's free pattern. If you go on their website, you won't be able to. You might actually be able to see it now, but before you couldn't. If you just type in Furls and then bat, then you can get the pattern for free. And it's a relatively easy pattern, but it kind of caused me to slip up more than a couple times because you didn't chain when you turned. You just turned and things just kind of like went in. So I was like, where are my stitches? I can't count my stitches. My stitch count is off. So, like, I mean, these colors are just everything. They're so cool. I'm gonna go ahead and start some distressing on this side, but I don't want it to look too symmetrical. I wonder, no, maybe like because it's like at the bottom, it'll look different. Okay, so what I'm doing with my distressing is I'm marking it with a stitch marker so that I can kind of keep track of where it is, because it's really easy to just like stitch right over, and then also I have an idea of like the size of it so that this looks like I want it to. So just kind of keep your stitch marker there. I probably should use a different stitch marker than the stitch marker that's in the center, because I got confused last time and I was like, wait, am I supposed to skip a stitch? But then I was on the wrong side. So that's why. But like, look at this distressing. Yes, it's not distressing how good it looks. So this yarn is roving style, which I love. That's my favorite style of yarn, and it works up really well on the furl sucks. I wonder if maybe when I used it, I didn't have as many furl sucks, so I tried it with the clovers, and maybe I didn't like it as much with the clovers. You never know with whatever's going on in my mind. But when I got this yarn, I was so disappointed. And I was also disappointed in the Premier Stitch Please. Um, it just was not the fantasy. So the inspiration for this hood actually came from, I saw an amigurumi in a that someone did in one of my goth groups. Actually, the only goth like crochet group I have, I'm in, and someone did a Grim Reaper, and it kind of had this like hat, but it had like lots of like distressing and holes and stuff in it. And I was like, wow, that's like really like that's what I want. Like I want like a Grim Reaper hood. So I tried to find like a Grim Reaper hood, and that was really hard to find for free because like again, most of the hoods being made are like double stranded four weight kind of hoods that fit better, which is fine. Like there's no problem with that. Like that's super cool. But that wasn't what I wanted, so I had a really hard time trying to then just conceptualize a hood that instead of being back to front was front to back. Um, but I did because I knew that I didn't want to start like right there at kind of like the pointy end of it, and so yeah, I'm just working on this. I think we're making some good progress. I think for this next distressing that I'm doing, I want to have it be short but like wide. Like I want it to like blow up like real quick, and then I want it to be done. I don't want it to be like really, really like long. Although that would be cool too, like to be honest. Because this one like went, this one kind of blew up fast. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the yarn tells me to do. For me, talking about crochet hooks, if I'm going to be doing a lot of like rotation, like with yarn overs and stuff like that, it's a lot more comfortable for me to do that with a furls than a clover. If I'm going to be doing a lot of half double crochets, stuff like that, if I'm going to be doing like yarn over after yarn over, then it really makes a difference to me to be able to use a furls, because it's just so much more comfortable on my wrist. And I choke up on my hook a lot, so I still get some support on the end of my hand, which is where I need it. So it is a lifesaver. But oh, I was at when I went to get all this fabulous yarn at the scrap exchange. Um, I I looked in their crochet hooks, and they had like two hero hooks, which I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like I could send it to Bag a Day. And then I started like looking at the hook size, and they were so small that I was like, honestly, like I like if you watch one video from Crystal, like she is immediately like, I can't use this. It hurts my hand. I can't use this yarn. It's too thin. Like so like thin hooks I she just can't use. Um so I was like, oh, yeah, I'm not even gonna try to send this to her. But they do look very similar to furls. I'd never seen them in person. And they do look not furls. Sorry. Very similar to boys. But I am getting to a point where my even like my resilient hand with my furls is being like, you should stop now. So I'm gonna try to make it to the end and then call it a day with that. And then I have a ton of things on this list. So it'll all depend if Mel's still working or not. Because if she is not working, then I want to keep crocheting. I'm trying to just like have like a marathon day because like I was so productive this morning, even though I had like basically no sleep. And I got 3 things done, which for me is like, I'm usually like a one a day kind of guy. So I have a really hard time finishing and like deciding on what task I'm gonna do and stuff like that. I have a really hard time doing that. Executive dysfunction. Um, so yeah, so I finished my wrist restraints, which are in there, so you don't get to see them just yet. But I did them partly on my knitting machine, my small one, and then I did them partially by crocheting by hand. Um, and so I don't know. Like they did take quite a while to make, so I kind of don't really know how. Sorry, I'm trying to pack my neck. Okay. Um, so I don't really know how to make them like profitable when they took quite a while to make. But I was also like figuring out the pattern, so I'm not quite sure. You know. Um, but I'm pretty proud of how they turned out. I think that there's a lot of things that I can do that can make them a little bit faster. But I just kind of like still don't really know how to make them profitable. I'm not really good at setting prices for myself, and I don't really know how to do it. Like I've heard so much advice on how to price crocheted goods and things like that, and people talking about getting value for your time and like stuff like that. And it's like, and then also like value for like research and development and all this stuff. And like while like yeah, that'd be great, I don't think that I can sell anything I've made for what it's like actually worth if I'm charging like minimum wage for my time even like. And then people were like, sell it for $15 an hour. I'm like, I can't sell it for half that. So I'm kind of still figuring out how to charge people things. I think I might start selling. So if you didn't hear, I am going to. So Scrap Exchange is a basically a thrift. It has a thrift store component, but it's also a thrift store for like kind of unconventional goods and things that are things that are sold at an estate sale or something like that. So like sometimes you get someone's entire yarn collection that just like shows up there one day. Like it's so cool. And sometimes people are just destashing, getting rid of things, you know, and that's cool too. So I okay, so I'm getting to my point of uh starting my distressing, and I might do one that's the same size. Um, just to kind of get the party rolling, and then kind of see what happens. So, but yeah, so this scrap exchange that I like to go to, I only go every once in a while because, like, honestly, I could spend so much time in there, I could buy so much stuff in there, and but I mostly stick to yarn. I got some really great yarn last time. They had so much. Sometimes they have like barely. They're just like the drags, and it's just like Red Heart Super Saver, and you're like, I'd rather buy some new Red Heart, and so I got some good stuff, and they had this new section. It was called like, it wasn't Artist Alley, but it was like, oh, maybe it was like Artist Marketplace or something like that. And I went in there and I saw that they had like handmade stuff for sale, And I was like, hey, like I see, the person working there. I was like, hey, I see, like, there's some, stuff for sale. Like what does someone have to do to like become part of this market? And they told me the process, and I followed through, and they were like, hey, we really like your stuff. And I was like, awesome. So, oh, I need to make fidgets. They really like my fidgets. So there's the ball and like ball brain thing. And then there's the like slidey. And then there's the ones where you can like pull through. I haven't done those yet, but they look pretty cool. Um, so I'm gonna chain one, and then I'm gonna pull through. I'm gonna put my hook all the way in there. And then, yeah, so this is my, I was gonna say helmet, but this is a hood. This is my hood so far. I think it's pretty cool. It's also giving me very like shark tail hair. Very like kelpy. But all the colors are so cool on this. I'm so obsessed with them. And then I mean my hair is dark, so you can't really see the distressing as well, but when it's dyed, we'll see it. It's the perfect length. Like I don't know how it ended up this perfect. But yeah, it's just like it is very like ooky spooky, which I am here for. And I love it. I don't know if I'm gonna do tassels or anything. I don't know. This just doesn't. It's not my vibe. It's not my vibe. I just like when things kind of just hang there. But it would be cool to do like a cloak or something, but it would be a different color because I definitely don't have enough of this for a cloak. Wow, it actually does a really good job keeping your head warm. Interesting. I mean, I guess maybe like the wool content, and the other content. So let's see. So I have a ton on my to-do list. Let me go back over it and see if like anything pops out. Okay, so the unicorns are done. They're gone. They're sent. They're received, and they are loved, which makes me happy. I love when things work out. So the old Packers are done. The Lost Soul Shaw I put on hold because I'm no longer doing the cow on my Patreon. So who cares? I'll get to it eventually, but like I have too much to do to work on a shawl right now. So I have 3 blankets, basically 3 pieces of fleece. One I have already started working on the border. The other 2 I have not worked on the border yet, so I don't really know what I'm going to do with that. Um, yeah, I don't really know what I'm gonna do, but that can be something that I can probably do in bed while I'm recovering. So it doesn't need to be done before Halloween or anything like that. I have a wood sign that I want to paint that says poison. Cool, very in the vibe of like um, of Halloween, of witchiness. That's really, I think maybe like more wooden signs would be cool. I have my uh, Frankenstein monster and somewhere I put my bird of Frankenstein. Um, but but yeah, so there's that. There's my secret pattern that I've been writing. It's going really well, but it's going really slow. Um, So I probably need to get on that, but like again, it's like it's because it's not Halloween oriented, it kind of makes me go like, okay, well I can wait to like do this. Then I have patterns that I wanted to do, Halloween patterns that I wanted to do for 3D for 3D granny squares. So I have the ghost almost completely done. I just need to put some pictures in there to make things a little bit more clear. And then the pumpkin, I'm kind of scrapping and redoing. The blood droplet, I haven't started or done anything. The pregnant sign, I haven't done anything. I don't even think that green is going to be good for. Oh, maybe like a cauldron. I think that would be better for like an acid green. Okay, so next, oh, there is a cauldron bag. Let's see that I really want. Okay, so then I have the coffin mosaic book bag. Again, this doesn't have to be done before Halloween because it probably won't because things take me a really long time. Oh, I should look at my whips because I have um the eye pillow whip. Let me check what I have. I've got a lot of different fucking shit. Um, and I just bought like a ton of like small yarn to be able to test or to like start patterns and stuff like that. Okay, so I am looking at one of my bags of whips. Um, so this is um also from Sixel Designs, and it is going to be a pillow. I think. I don't know what else would be good with this. I don't know. If you think of anything, let me know. I mean, it's mosaic style, so it's got a lot of natural fringe, and yeah, it's just Red Heart Super Saver, but I think it's really gorgeous. There's one mess up right there, but I'm just gonna color it with a Sharpie. If I'm being honest, it's too late to fix that. So yeah, so I want to do this. Um, I have that flag that, good God, that was a nightmare. Uh, I have a knit project, which I honestly cannot do anymore. I think I just took the needles out of this, if I'm not mistaken. This is Scarfy, and it's the green and black. This actually would be really good yarn to use on some project. I don't know which project, but some project. Okay, this is another knit project. And it is supposed to be like a throw blanket, but um, I'm probably never gonna finish it. Damn, are these all fucking knit projects? Okay, yeah, I'm not finishing that anytime soon. Uh, oh, this is a project that I was gonna make for a friend. This is crochet. Um, but honestly, it's been so long. I probably need to like wait for um extra time and then maybe give it to her this winter. Let's see. So this is a cow Then I didn't. It just needs buttons. But I kind of hate the color, the way that the colorway turned out. Uh, this isn't it. Uh, this is a D20 that I just need. I think I finished embroidering it. Embroidering all the sides. I just need to sew it together. Okay. I'm gonna put this on my list, even though it's not like gonna happen today. This is a blue hat that I was making for Hat Not Hate. It's crochet, and it's one of my easier hats, but I'm just not gonna finish that today. No. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out what do I need to finish before I touch my before Halloween. Okay, and then like stuff to finish or to make for the scrap exchange and stuff like that. You know, I just want to try to be like prepared. I think that it would be cool to make some more of these. Okay, so let me. Okay, my pillow whip. Okay, so use Scarfy for something big. Because I took the needles out, or the circular needle out, I am considering this no longer a whip because it's not a work in progress. I do know it's not great, not fun to frog Scarfy, so I might just like, I don't know, like use what I made for something else and use the rest for things. And then I have D20 whip. Okay, so this will be really cool when it's made. I don't know if I'll ever make another one again because it's not a super fast process. Um, uh, make pumpkin spice latte, headbands to sell because I think they would sell really quickly. I think they would. I don't know. Like I think hats might sell more, but like hats take longer, so I don't know. And hats. I'll put both. Um, yes, and then uh, uh, make Kelsey's shawl thing eventually. I'm a great friend. Okay, and then I have a bunch of like really great fun colored yarn that would be awesome to use. Ooh, that would be a nice yarn. I have the Lion brand ice cream yarn in the color coffee. So it's like white and shades of brown. That would be super cool to make some kind of like something like to go here. I just like the thing is, and I don't know why I feel this way, but I just don't want to like put a spider web on everything and call it a day. And this is not me reading anybody at all. Like, if you make spider webs all day long, sell them left and right, or like make them just for yourself, like, do you? That's awesome. But for me, like, not. I feel like I'm not capturing my spirit if I just do spider webs. Like, I think spider webs are gonna have their among what I am wearing, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing spider web everything because it's just not me. So now that I've explained the fuck out of every little thing that goes through my brain, I think that I will let you go, and hopefully we will get some cool stuff out the door soon or something. So I'm very thankful that you hung out with me for this time, or as much time as you wanted to hang out with me. I'm very thankful and very, I know I'm very lucky for that. So thank you very much. Um, I think that because I have so much to do, it's like a little overwhelming for me to even like look at the page. It's like good for me to write stuff down because it helps my ADHD brain know like prior priorities and like stuff like that. But like sometimes I look at a to-do list and like I get frozen in like fear of just like doing everything and like being enough and like, all these things. So I'm just trying to take it day by day. I finished uh, 3 items today, which was a great big number for me. Um, Again, if you are not familiar, I am doing a fundraiser. I am raising money for To Write Love on Her Arms, which is a wonderful charity that works with people who are suffering from self harm or suicidal ideation or addiction. They especially work with teenagers, kids, people who are younger. Although I know that they do have like outreach for everyone, but um, they do great work, and I really want to celebrate them. So my monetary goal is to get to $300. If we get to $300 by the end of September, then I will be doing a giveaway for yarn. If you're not in a position to donate or you don't want to donate, I'm not going to force you. No one's going to force you, but you can still enter the giveaway if we get there. But we got to get there first. I will be doing a marathon on September 30th. You don't have to remember the date. I'll put something up soon. It's September 30th. It is a Saturday, and from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be doing a just sport. I don't know how to say that word. I tried. It was embarrassing. I will be doing a lot of things. Hopefully, I will have some people up here with me, hanging out, um, shooting the shit, talking about yarn, talking about what we all love, which is yarn, and we're going to be raising money. So if you can't raise money, sorry, if you can't donate money, like, but you could donate a project or something like that, you can send me a picture and stats about it, stuff like that. Just let me know. Um, Obviously, we want to just kind of enrich the day as much as possible to make it more welcoming for people to donate. All donations are going straight to write love on her arms. I am not going. If nothing's filtering through me this year, I learned my lesson. That was a nightmare. um, yes, I really want to make this giveaway as positive and as look at little spider. It's back. Oh wow, it just like flew. Maybe it's on a web, or maybe it's not. I don't know. It's pretty cool. It's kind of jumping all around. It's kind of like a little. I don't know. I don't know what my eyebrows are supposed to be doing. They're clouds. But yes, so that's what I will be doing on September 30th. And if you would like to participate, to whatever degree, let me know. I love you all, and thank you for hanging out with me, and I will talk to you later. Bye.